Well, good afternoon there. It is March 9th, 2012, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful coast of British Columbia in Canada. One of the viewers from Brazil that I have on tvbc.com writes in a letter to me asking me how I feel as a Canadian businessman about the recent economic situation in the country of Brazil. It's a tough one to break down in a few seconds, but my thoughts are simply this. In 2010, Brazil blazed ahead. The economy was absolutely on fire. With that came, of course, high inflation. And, of course, when your inflation goes too high, that will lead to a faltering economy. Because that means the bulk of the folks in Brazil, and take it from a person who has lived in Brazil, society at large just cannot afford to continue spending on the things that are manufactured in Brazil. Now, that leads to the second item. In Brazil, there are heavy taxation rules on anything manufactured outside of the country. I would consider Brazil actually a protectionist country in that regard. I've tried to actually move my car to Brazil, but they'll tax me 100% of the retail value of my car. So it's actually, I'm better off buying a new car in Brazil at a much actually higher inflated price in Brazil than moving a car that I already own into Brazil and paying basically the full price over again. There's things like that that really depress some of the foreign investment and whatnot. Of course, a lot of the first world countries have invested a lot of money in Brazil, but the inflation problems will continue to wreak havoc there. Also, the interest rates, the tax rates on foreign manufactured goods and services, of course, is very high. But the number one thing for me, as far as the Brazilian economy, especially the last half of 2011, which actually Brazil, a lot of folks don't know this, Brazil actually teetered on the brink of recession. If you did the math, they were practically in recession for the second half of 2011. Most of that is to blame because of the REI, which is the Brazilian monetary unit, going sky high, which essentially depressed the value of monies overseas, which slows down investment, corporate investment, etc. Brazil will rebound. I'm pretty optimistic about its long-term future, but I don't think we'll see as their economy be ablaze like it was in 2010. I think that was a one-year unique situation. All the things came together to bring together a blazing economy for 2010. Not going to happen in the foreseeable future. There's going to be moderate, there will be growth going forward. I'm optimistic about Brazil. Thank you for sending in your question. Martina Amaral. Thank you very much, Martina.